Welcome back to Season Liberally. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to be having a little bit of fun today. We're going to be testing whether or not butter or mayonnaise is better for a grilled cheese sandwich. Stick around. Okay, so today is a test show, and I really do love these episodes. I just really like seeing which thing is the best based on the data. So today, we're going to test the suggestion on my grilled cheese episode. In that episode, I butter the bread with room temperature butter and then fry the grilled cheese in a pan. Finishing touch for me is I add some shredded cheese to the pan, and I crisp that up on the outside. I will stand by this as one of the best ways to make grilled cheese. But in the comments, someone suggested instead of using butter, I should use mayonnaise. Now, I've never tried this method. It sounds interesting. So today, I'm going to test out this theory. We're going to make several grilled cheese and then taste test them and see which one tastes best. Before we start, we should talk about what mayonnaise is, because a lot of people seem to equate mayo with eggs. And I can't tell you the number of times I've been on message boards and people incorrectly state that mayo can be used as a replacement for eggs because it has eggs in it. Now, some mayonnaise can have eggs in it. Now, the mayonnaise I'm making today is a classic mayonnaise. It just uses one yolk. And to that, I'm going to add a whole cup of oil. That's a pretty standard ratio. My mayonnaise has 6% yolk, a little mustard and acid, and the rest is oil. There are some mayonnaise recipes that suggest using a whole egg. But even if I added a whole egg, it would still only be 18% eggs. Mayonnaise is mostly oil. And look, I'm sorry for this tangent, but eggs can be replaced in recipes, but you need to know what the egg is doing because it can do multiple things. Eggs can be moisture, they can be leavening, they can be structure, emulsifiers, it could be fat, it could add color. Just because a product has some egg or a part of an egg in it doesn't make it a substitute for eggs. Okay, rant over. So first, to do this right, I'm going to make some mayo. This can be done with a blender or an immersion blender, but I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way with a whisk and a bowl. Now, I would use an immersion blender, but I have one with a head on it that's too big and it won't fit inside my mason jar. Caliente. Okay, so what's the ingredients for homemade mayo? We're going to be adding 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, which is about half a lemon, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 cup of vegetable or canola oil. Now, people are tempted to use flavored oils here, but be wary. Flavored oils can get really overpowering in mayo. In fact, even extra virgin olive oil can be too powerful. The color is actually a little off-putting. It gets sort of slightly green. If you really want that flavor, you can add, say, a 1/4 cup of flavored oil to 3/4 of a cup of neutral oil. Now, you're also going to want to use kosher salt here, kosher salt to taste. Now, we're going to put everything but the oil in the bowl, salt it a little bit, whisk this together, and then I'm going to slowly add the oil. And I mean slowly here. Your arm is going to get tired whisking this. And it should. If you go too fast, it can break. Just slow down, keep whisking. It should seriously be a couple of drops at a time. A very slow, steady stream at most. You should always try to incorporate all the oil before you start adding more. Okay, onto the grilled cheese. What are some methods that I could use to grill it? Well, the control is just going to be spreading the sandwich with room temperature butter. That's what I did in the original recipe. Now, I use fancy European butter that's salted. The other's going to have mayonnaise, my mayonnaise. And then there's going to be 2 others. One with store-bought mayonnaise, and the other with just some regular oil, the same kind I use for the mayo. It's just brushed directly on. I just want to see if it's the oil that's doing something to this. All right, let's get frying. Now, my griddle was hot already. Upper left is homemade mayo. Upper right is butter. Lower left is store-bought mayo, and the lower right is the oil. no, yikes, the oil cooked really way quicker. All right, let's get these off the griddle. Get eating. All right, hot off the grill, here we go. We have my mayonnaise, butter, Hellmann's, oil. We're gonna give each one a try. So we're gonna start with mayonnaise. That's good. I don't dislike that at all. I think that's really good. It's got a good flavor to it. There's a tiny tang, which is quite good. Now this is my mayonnaise. It did a nice job of crisping up the bread too. Now this is butter. Oh, that's just stuff. Okay. Wow. Flavor difference between butter and the mayonnaise is absolutely totally different. Richness, mouthfeel, absolutely just luscious. It has that saltiness that I used salted butter, so it has that saltiness to it. Really just genuinely outstanding on a grilled cheese. This is good. This is great. Now let me try Hellmann's, see if that changes anything. I'm gonna do a face-off to see which one's better. Whether it's my mayonnaise or the Hellmann's. Those are okay, they're not bad. All right, this is the oil, straight up oil. Definitely the blandest, right? I figured it would be, but I didn't know if it was the oil that was what was changing things here, so I wanted to try it. So, I'm gonna do a taste-off here. Oil, not great. Needs salt, needs something else, right? You just basically have a crunch, and there's a kind of a genuinely oily feel, so it's not great. This is the Hellmann's. I'm gonna try this. Not as much tang, I think, as the one that I made. That's good. Try mine. Mine's better. Homemade mayonnaise tastes better. It definitely has more of a mayonnaise sort of flavor, right? Like that last sort of bit, that mouthfeel at the end, it finishes with a little tiny taste of mayonnaise. So mine tastes better than Hellmann's. Hellmann's is okay. Oil, not great. Let's try the butter. No, this is where it's at. I am sorry, that is absolutely stunning. This is a grilled cheese. This is the best way to make grilled cheese. It is absolutely perfect in every way. The cheese complements the butter. The butter gives it that unbelievable richness and mouthfeel. Of all the ways, I'm gonna go with the butter. I feel like the butter is the best thing that we've made. You know, if I'm gonna rank them in order, it's gonna go butter, my mayonnaise, Hellmann's, and then oil. Oil, I would never do again. I did it as a test. I might even not even eat this. I might give this to the birds. But I'm gonna eat the butter one right now. Thanks for joining me today. Please like, share, subscribe. Catch you next time. Season liberally.